Hey guys, Jamie Shepley here, and welcome to our social media Gangsta training. I am super excited to train you on this a little bit because let's be honest, you guys, social media isn't going anywhere, right? It's not going anywhere, and it's getting a little bit better, but people are still doing it so freaking badly. I know all of you have felt that where you're just like, oh my gosh, enough, right? Enough with the sponsored ads, enough with the slimy tactics and cheeseball posts and all that stuff, right? We can people are getting really good at seeing through that crap. And to be honest, like if you're a professional business, you really should run it professionally. It's okay to use social media. I'm not against using social media. I'm actually a huge fan of it, but I'm a big fan of doing it freaking right. Like, let's do it right. Let's honor our friends and families. Let's not be a slime ball and put stuff out there that isn't stuff that we would ever actually say or actually ever do. And I mean, people can see through the hype, right? So in this training, Social Media Gangsta, I want you to be really well equipped on how to use social media for your business or your career, whatever you're using it for. But I want you to be able to be equipped and to do it well. And my goal is I'm going to teach you a lot of stuff on social media, but I also am going to, if you only had 1 hour a day, 1 hour to build your business on social media, what would you do? So stay tuned because I'm going to share that with you as well. But we do need to cover a lot of things on here. So I'm going to get going because again, I don't want to waste your time. So social media, you guys, I need you guys to go ahead and get a pen and paper, highlight whatever your jam is, be ready to really be active in this group because it does take some work. Don't get overwhelmed, but with some practice, you can do a really good job at this social media thing. So some social media tips. My number one is to be freaking you. You guys, everybody else is already taken. And one of the biggest things that I see people do is that they try to act and sound like who they think that they're supposed to act like. Especially MLMers, you guys, if you're in a network marketing company, please listen up. A lot of times on social media, you guys will join a MLM or a network marketing, and I am all for those businesses. I think they're awesome and amazing and fully successful. But a lot of people try to sound like what they think an MLMer or what a network marketing person is supposed to sound like. That's not the real deal. Like, you need to be you. And here's a huge double down hint. Facebook algorithm, you guys, everybody complains about it, but let me listen very carefully. Facebook only shows posts to your core people. If your core people like you and they like who you are, they will like your posts. When they like your posts, other people will be shown your posts. So literally the key of beating Facebook's algorithm is to be you. Okay? Every freaking time, be you. Everybody else is taken. All right? Keep it simple. I know what it feels like. If it doesn't feel good to you, I don't want you doing it. If it doesn't feel authentic or something like that you would say or something that you would do. Now, this doesn't mean that you won't get nervous or question or have the typical anxiety or jitters that comes along with the business when you start out at first. That's totally normal. What I'm talking about is the very blatant, oh my gosh, I have to post 15 times a day. I just have to post something. Here's a picture of a plant. Stop doing that shit, you guys. No one freaking wants to see your messy ass half-eaten burrito. Sorry, but it's just not what people want to see, okay? So quality over quantity every time. Do not post just to post, okay? So with that, here are some pretty key tips. One, I want to aim to post about 3 to 5 times a day. 3 to 5 times a day, whatever feels good to you. Only 20% should be on company related. Focus on adding value, but do not overthink this, you guys. Think about what are cool things that you're into? Maybe you're learning something. Maybe you just learned a cool tip and you want to share that. Maybe your family's your friends. What do you know a lot about that you can really give insight on, okay? So give those tips and then you'll learn along the way. You'll be able to learn to make the perfect post, all right? Another thing is engage, okay? Ask for questions or for the opinions of your followers or of your friends, okay? So just have fun, like ask questions, that you would authentically ask the blue dress or the red dress or whatever. Just ask people's opinions. They'll give them to you all day long. They love their own opinions. Also, you guys give what you want to receive. So if you want to receive more comments on your own posts, make comments on other people's posts, you guys. If you want referrals, make sure that you are giving referrals, okay? I always say here, you guys, basically don't be a tease, okay? So give what you want to receive as well, all right? So I want you to brainstorm really quick, and you can do like the little like circle with you on the inside and then little offshoots of other circles, you know what I'm talking about? But here's just an example. So if you brainstorm on things that you like, so examples would be like faith, family, fitness, fashion, travel, fun, humor, jokes, things like that. Share all the aspects of your life and let people in, you guys. Let them get to know you. People do business with people that they know and trust, or come highly recommended by someone they know and trust. I'm going to repeat that for you. People do business with people that they know and trust, or come highly recommended by someone they know and trust. Okay, what this means is you never know who's watching you, and I don't mean that in a creeper way, but they may not need your services, your product right now, but they know and they like you. And when their coworker Susie Q is in need of what you have, you will be the first recommendation out of their mouth. Okay? Know who you're looking for, okay? Know who it is that you're talking to and who you're wanting to attract. This is absolutely key, you guys. It is impossible to connect with every type of person, so you need to know who it is that you are looking for. You really want to speak to the person of who you are, who you used to be, or who you aim to become. That really is probably the closest to your niche market, all right? So an example of this might be like a mom who's 25 to 45 years old, into fashion and beauty, wants to grow a relationship with God, and is a big dreamer and wants to make a big impact, okay? That's a really good example. Now, creating your content around that, you guys, the way that you create the content, answering some of these questions will help you create the content of knowing what to post. Considering this woman that you just described, or considering yourself, what do they want more of? Do they want more money? Do they want more time with their kids? Do they want more time off work? What do they want more of? Okay. Do they want more energy? That's usually a big one. What objections might they have? So may they have like maybe a money objection or a time objection? What are they passionate about? Okay, what are they really passionate about? Are they passionate about their kids? Are they passionate about finding happiness? Are they passionate about relationships? They're passionate about their religion. Like, what are they passionate about? Okay, consider what are their fears? What are they concerned about? What keeps them up at night? What are they worried about? Also, what do they struggle with, right? Are they struggling with how to make quick meals for the family, or how to meal plan quickly? Or, they struggle with losing the weight, or are they struggling with increasing their income? Are they struggling with not being able to afford to travel? Or what do they enjoy learning? Okay. Consider these questions, you guys, and you can create your content and posts around that by answering the question for these people, and really take the time to think your posts through. Again, do not post just to post. So I want you to be bold, and I want you to be able to share your journey even before you reach the finish line. One of the biggest things that people get tripped up on is that it's super easy to share your journey when you already are at the finish line. But I can tell you from experience, sharing your journey on your way there is absolutely even more inspiring and relatable to network with. Because listen, people know that it's not easy. And when you're at the finish line, sometimes if they don't know how you got there, it kind of seems like you always have been there, if that makes sense. they didn't see how, you sweated and struggled to lose, say, the 50 pounds, or how you cried on your way home after work trying to, build your business. Or they never, they weren't there that day when I got pulled over by a cop and started bawling, crying because I was so piss ass broke that I knew I couldn't even afford the ticket that he was about to get me, right? Like, they see me now. They weren't part of that journey. You need to show them that journey, because that's where your people are. They're back there. They're struggling. They're looking for a way out. They want help. And if you just look like a know-it-all, like nanny poo-poo, I'm already here and you're not, that is not attractive, and people do not trust that. They want to trust in knowing that their stories and that they are being led by someone who knows what they're doing to be, self-improvement or to losing weight or whatever. But first, you have to be willing to share your story. Make sense? So here's another thing, you guys. You need to build interest, okay? You need to build interest. So without trying to sell anything, you need to just simply, share your journey, like I said. So share your journey, share your struggles, be real, be honest. Don't try to turn into some like business weirdo on social media. I'm not sure why that happens, but just kind of share authentically your what you feel comfortable with. If you don't feel comfortable with posting, like, say that you're in weight loss, okay? A lot of people in weight loss, they show pictures of themselves. It's their body and they have to show pictures. Obviously that makes sense because it's weight loss and that's really the only way that you can do that. But if you don't feel comfortable doing that, and it mortifies you to think of your picture being on social media in that way, then frickin' don't do it, you guys. There's ways around it. Find other things to show your journey. You can show your journey, like all the hard work or the sweat or the, the challenges or the thought processes that are going through your mind about how much this working out sucks or whatever. You can get creative and do it in a way that is you and that is authentic, okay? Another good thing is also building interest is to be able to shout out others, okay, who are like hitting their goals. So if you don't have your own people yet that are doing and succeeding at things, or maybe you don't have a team per se, maybe you're a solo business owner, you guys, there's still people who are doing really good things that you can shout them out, congratulate them, recognize people for what they're doing and their successes, even if it's like kind of related to you, but not necessarily directed. Does that make sense? Just honor people, congratulate them, shout them out, okay? Another thing is to get informed and to inform others. So you want to share tips and tricks that you are learning along the way, okay? Pinterest is absolutely gold mine, you guys. There are so many pro tips and tricks on there that you can learn and then share yourself just for a cool post of something that you found that day. I mean, it's a no freaking brainer, right? Examples of, ideas of what else gets involved. So like if you're in the health industry, you guys can share like tasty recipes. Try to think out of the box. Maybe an example is like a busy mom. Share quick recipes that the family can enjoy that are healthy. Okay. Again, you can go to Pinterest, you can just Google stuff like that, but think outside the box of what other like fun things that you can also share that would be interesting to you. If it's not interesting to you, like me personally, I freaking hate food pictures, but it just grosses me out. So I'm not going to really post a food picture. And if I do, it's going to be something that's like epic, man, like made my head explode when I touched my tongue. But not that I'm judging you guys. If you do that, that's fine. But I'm just saying, like, make sure again that it's authentic. Okay. Really think through your posts and what you're really putting out there to share people. Okay. Always think value. Another thing, guys, is to go ahead and just invite, right? So now you have a post where you've been posting about your journey. You've been giving value and tips and tricks. You've been shouting out people who are killing it. You've been given all this really good content. Now go ahead and do an invite or do a call to action post where you actually are posting something and say, hey, like this, by the way, I have this to offer, right? Make it incentivizing, make it interesting, but then at some point go ahead, create a post where it is going to be interesting and invite them to what you actually have to offer, whether it's a course or a group or whatever, okay? And here's a really good thing for like in some of your posts. You guys, if you use bright colors, You want to have it, make sure the way that social media and Facebook now is, I mean, my gosh, people just scroll so quickly through. So you want to make sure it's really a scroll stopper, if you will. Going live, make sure that you guys are not gritty and dark. Make sure that you get you're in good lighting, you guys. People, regardless of whether you like this or not, people are very vain, especially on social media, right or wrong. It just is the culture. So not that you have to get all dolled up and be fake. You don't have to do filters and all that stuff. I think people want realism as well too. I mean, recently I've thought of just doing a whole slew of posts where I have zero makeup on, just to prove a point of what the hell's wrong with my face? Meaning what's wrong with just seeing me as I am? And I think that's refreshing as well. It's bold, and it would definitely get people to stop. And that's not, my purpose isn't to get them to stop, but my purpose is just kind of make a point against all the fakeness, all the filtered stuff, right? But you really do have to put in some work to get people to stop scrolling, because there is so much stuff out there and so much to look at. And we really, honestly, social media is making us become ADD. It absolutely 100% is. So a couple things that you can do to get people to stop is going live. Videos are more preferred over anything else. You can use bright colors. You can use fun little squiggly lines or emoji stuff in your posts. You can put you in the picture. If you're not going live, people like to see people. Yourself in the picture is a great idea. Okay, bullets or things like that, but don't be too wordy. Okay, a lot of people don't like the words with that go on for a whole paragraph. All right. So here are key terms, you guys, for when you're actually inviting for social media. These are actually really good keys for selling. And so these are in your posts. You definitely want to create scarcity, okay? A good example of that is I'm selecting 3 women. Okay, so it's very limited. It has a very big scarcity to it. Think of what, maybe you put a time limit on it. Okay, so apply by Friday, or it's only up for 2 days only and then it'll disappear. Or comment about who are you looking for? Okay, comment about busy moms looking to put themselves, back in the picture in the new year. Speak to non-corporate terms, meaning don't assume that people know what it is that you're offering. I see this a lot in MLM for people that run challenge groups. They just assume that people know what a challenge group is. Well, that's not necessarily true. So make sure that you speak in non-corporate terms. All right. So online accountability group on Facebook, or a support group, or a training group, whatever. Get more creative with how you're developing that. Okay. You can also end it with things like for more details, or like or comment below, or want to be considered. Always tell them what to do next, which is a call to action, okay? So you always want to end it with for more details, go here, or like or comment below, drop your favorite emoji. Do you want to be considered, okay? Or apply to be considered, and include a form or a link, whatever it is. Do not include your link on a bunch of posts, you guys. You don't want too many external links on Facebook. Every once in a while is obviously fine, but if you're posting correctly and you're posting about a lot of different content that is engaging and interesting, you're not going to have that anyways. But just make sure that you're not posting once a day, every single day, and every post is an invite to whatever it is that you're offering with an external link. That is not going to go over really well, and you'll probably get booted out of there pretty quickly, to be honest with you. It's going to turn into total crickets before you can sneeze. Okay, here's another good thing as well, you guys, is kind of try to keep track with you. Like to do a spreadsheet or pen and paper old school, or however you want to do it, but you really want to keep track of who's interested. Okay, so sometimes you'll run into people that are interested in what you have to offer, but right now is not the right time, right? That happens all the time. I mean, sometimes it's a vacation month, or their money is tight because they had to buy a new refrigerator or whatever. People have lives, and it's just how that works. But you do want to keep track of who are your interested people. So get a spreadsheet or something going, or I know people who do pen and paper, and really keep good track of who they are. Okay, so keep, who's their name? How do you know them? Is it from Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or your website or wherever they are? If you have any of the information, keep that. If you have your phone number or their email, make sure you jot that down as well. and then any other thing that you have. Like, have they done a challenge or done a course from you, or have they been a customer of yours before? Make sure that you know if they're new, and then kind of an idea of like the date and what their last thing was with you. Like, are they interested, but they were short on money because they had to buy a new refrigerator? Well, then the next time around, you can say, hey, I know last time was very short for you. I know you were in the middle of buying a new refrigerator, but, I wanted to check in with you to see if this is a better time for you. One, they will be absolutely feel special and impressed because you actually remember them. You remember their life event. You remember that they were interested. And that is hugely speaks volumes to your professionalism and how you treat people, okay? So a Facebook follow-up, you guys, is I like to keep track of like your new friends. So if you have a new friend, or if you have a new prospect, or you have a new person that just joined you or anything like that, keep track of them via Facebook. So here's how you can do that. So on Facebook, you can do friend requests, and you can actually make lists on Facebook to keep track of these people, okay, in Facebook itself. Now, you don't have to do this. I like to do this pen and paper, but just so you know, there are Facebook lists that you can create under your friends. So if you click on friends on Facebook and then scroll all the way down to add new list, then you can add a new list, and whatever that you want to call that, say like new friends. Maybe it's new friends that you're getting to know, that you're cultivating a relationship with. You can create a list for them and then go back to that often and make sure that you're checking in with those people, engaging with them, commenting on their posts, commenting on their, on their life and what they have going on. And that's really how that works. Okay, now here's another tip as far as social media goes. You guys, I really am a huge believer. Those are some like basic key tips, for posting. It's very just kind of old school, simple steps for social media for people who've never done it before. All right. Here's the biggest thing though that I believe in and that I want to teach on social media. One is to be your freaking self. Like I said at the beginning, make sure that you're being yourself. Make sure that if anything feels super slimy, it probably is. So know that not everything is slimy. Know that you can post in a professional way, but if it's something that you would never post, then don't do it. Make sure that you're taking the time to post things that are really important to you, really authentic, and really driving home your purpose and your point. Within saying that, though, if you are a certain personality type that all you care about is working and grinding and hustle, I totally get that. But hear me on this. If you are one track mind, you want to diversify. You want your social media to not look like a one track mind that all you care about is the sale in business. Okay, so you really do need to take the time to go through this training that I've taught you. Make sure that you brainstorm about other things that you're interested in, because there are other things that you're learning or things that you wish you were doing. Maybe you wish you were golfing. Post about golfing, or like golfing tips, or amazing golf courses that you can't wait to visit, right? Make sure that you diversify and don't be a one-trick pony. The other thing about social media, you guys, is if you wanted to build it in 1 hour, here's the deal. Here's how I would build social media in one flippin' hour. If I had only 1 hour to build my social media in a day, I would make sure that my posts are engaging. I would make sure that my social media is somewhere that people want to be, okay? Your clients, if they want to be in your social media, then they want to be around you in your business, whether it's a brick and mortar or if it's an online course, it doesn't freaking matter. If they want to hang out on your social media page, then they're going to want to hang out with you as well as whatever other groups or offers that you're offering. Okay. So make sure it's you, it's real, it's live, and it's fun and it's engaging. Okay. People want to be a part of that. People want to be a part of people who honor other people. Like I said, make it exciting. Maybe have a client of the month, okay? Maybe honor people on their birthdays, like in a big, crazy way, okay? Make sure you're doing the trips and the tips and the how-to. Make sure that you're the go-to person to be the expert in your field, that you're the go-to person that is giving them the best value possible. A lot of people struggle with the value thing. They don't quite understand, and I struggled with it for a long time because I didn't understand how you gave all of your value away for free. Then what were you giving on the back end, right? That was always just so confusing to me. But to be honest, If you guys are talking about something that you know nothing about, don't talk about it. Only pick things that you know that you know that you know. And if you're learning, then talk about learning about it, okay? But if you know your shit on a certain subject, then you freaking can talk about it till the cows come home, right? You should have lots of knowledge about it. Share that. Share a few key tips. You don't have to share everything that you know, but share a few key tips and be that go-to expert in that field, okay? But create your social media to be a place where they want to be, where they want to hang out, where it's fun and it's inviting and it feels good and they want to be a part of it. Create that community that you want to create on social media, all right? Now, if I was going to do this for 1 hour a day, I would sit down and I would create a post pretty quickly and I would get that post up, okay? Then quickly after that, I would then go to my list of people that I am following up with or engaging or finding those key people that I explained, that woman that I'm looking for, that's my ideal client, that I know that what I have for her is going to serve her, that I have what she needs, okay? You're looking to solve the issue, okay? You're looking for a need. You're looking for something that you know that what you have can fill, okay? So as other people post, because they post all the time, right? So as other people post, pay attention to other people's desires, needs, strengths, and goals, okay? So if someone posts that they have a dream to go to Alaska and you sell a travel package and your travel package happens to have hotels in Alaska for like 50% off, dude, you better be like engaging with Susie Q that wants to go to Alaska, kind of talk to her, like her, ask her why she wants to go to Alaska, spark up a conversation in her comments with her, and then at some point in a professional way, move the conversation over into Messenger and be like, hey, I don't know if this is for you or not, but just so you know, my company actually has hotels for 50% off in Alaska. Let me know if you're interested. I'll shoot them over to you. Totally real, totally mellow, calm, cool, casual, and still professional, where you're serving Susie's want and desire and need to go to Alaska and you're saving her freaking money, right? That's professional. That's how you do that professionally, okay? So keep track, okay? Be on the look for the needs. Maybe another friend of yours, Amanda, posts, that she just lost her job and she's really scared. She doesn't know how she's going to pay her bills. And what you bring to the table is an opportunity that will quickly change that for her. I know for us, we have the 250K for Dummies program, and it absolutely solves the problem of like, how do I make money? Because in that program, we show people how we have increased and have profits of over 87%. So 87% profits is pretty quick income, just to say. So, I would engage Amanda and be like, oh my gosh, I'm really sorry about you losing your job. I know that's frustrating. It can be very stressful. What is it that you're looking for? Get an idea of what she's looking for. What is her goal? What is her key opportunity? Here's one of the biggest things that people do that drives me absolutely nuts is they automatically assume that what they have is for everybody. It's not. Let me repeat myself. What you have, what you're offering is not for everybody. It's not. You need to get better at being interested in other people genuinely and be pickier in who you're attracting. If you attract people that are not looking for what you have and you're just signing people up to get, points or whatever, if you're in a MLM or whatever, or if you're in a sales job and you just want like to reach a goal. I understand reaching goals, you guys, but do it right. The last thing that you want to do is collect a bunch of customers that don't even want to be there. A bunch of customers who are like filling your time with a bunch of nonsense questions, who don't go to work, right? They don't go to work. They don't do the work. They don't believe in themselves. And you have to spend your time babying these people when you could be looking for your niche people that like go to work, get the job done, or are happy customers who are like raving freaking fans, right? You get to pick. Who do you want to attract? Who do you want to sign up? Who do you want as your customers? Choose wisely. Not everybody is your customer. Not everybody belongs in your opportunity or your business or your course. Okay? Okay. So make sure that you get to know like Amanda. So, what are you looking for? I would ask her what she's looking for. I would see kind of what her thought process is on her perfect job or her perfect career, okay? And then I would go from there. And again, if it seemed like a fit, I would very professionally go ahead and move the conversation over into Messenger and say, hey, again, I don't know if this is for you or not, but because the truth is, I don't know if this is for her. I have no idea. I do know that it is a way. I do know that it is a way for her to have a job and have an income and feed and put food on her table, right? I do know that, but I don't know if it's a fit for her. So be honest in that. Hey, I don't know if this is for you or not, but it might be a way for you to be able to create an income or to be able to pay for your son's daycare or whatever her needs are, right? Okay. Then I would also, in my 1 hour of working, you guys, I already had my post up, right? That's the first thing that I did. I would recheck with follow-ups, anybody that I needed to follow up with or touch base on from my list that I told you to create with the spreadsheet or pen and paper. I would do any follow-ups. Is there anybody that I need to check in with, okay? Then I would also spend a really quick couple minutes, like, is there anybody that has special events today, right? I like to go on Facebook and see whose birthday is today because I want to honor them on their special day. I like to be honored on my birthday, don't you? It's kind of a big deal to people. So I like to honor people on their birthdays, okay? And then the other thing is I would really quickly go back to my post and I would just check in, like, how's my post doing? Are people asking questions? Are they commenting? Are they liking it? And depends on the type of post that you posted. If you posted an engaging post, make sure that you engage back. If you posted something that asks a question and people are answering, make sure that you engage back with those people. Like, don't just ask a question, let them answer, and then like leave them in the dark. That's not cool and that's not fun, and no one will like interact with your post after that. That's not a good time, right? So engage with who's engaging with you, okay? And if it's a post that's an invite post of any kind business-wise, you better be checking in and who is liking and loving that. You better be checking in on who's asking questions or commenting that they're interested or whatever, and you better be engaged with them, all right? Take note on who continually likes your posts, especially your invite post or your business post. Make sure you take note on who that person is because there may be an interest a little bit there that you may need to be able to dig into further on. All right. But from there, I would actually get the heck out of social media. I would get off. It is such, you guys can get in the vortex of time wasting so stinking quickly on there. It's ridiculous, right? We've all done it. So get off, go to work, put your head down, get all your other stuff done, make your list, your to-do list, your projects, get all the other stuff done. Go do the money-making activities. Get the hell off social media. That's my social media tip of the day, okay? Get the hell off of it. Go in, spend your time, but then get the hell off, okay? Do it effectively, do efficiently. Social media is a huge, huge, huge tool, but it is a tool. And if used improperly, you can literally waste hours upon hours and not even get anything done. And then people are like, oh, social media doesn't work. Yes, it does, but you have to actually do the other money-making activities as well, okay? So then at the end of the day, what I would do is I would go back really quick on social media. I would set up a scheduled time, maybe like a half an hour. I don't know. Maybe at 4:30 every day or 6:30 every day or whatever that looks like for you. Maybe it's 8 o'clock, like right before bed. I'm not sure, but set it up what that works for you. And I would go back on social media and check back in, right? Did you do an invite post? Go check on it. See if there's questions that can be answered. Maybe there's questions or people asking blatantly like, I want this, right? Go back and handle your customers professionally. Get them the details, answer their questions. Again, really quick, if there's maybe a post that didn't get a lot of traction, just kind of take note of it of like, people weren't really into that. Okay, no big deal. Try again tomorrow. Okay, and then once again, I would quickly, and I emphasize the word quickly, I'm not spending a lot of time here, I would quickly scroll through Facebook. What happened today? Is anything major happening? Is there a need that I can, help and serve someone today? All right, and it's not always about the sale, you guys. I really want you to hear this on me on this. It's about serving people. How can you add value? Okay, so say that you're a health and fitness coach, because that's a huge one, right? So say you're a health and fitness coach and Susie Q is just like, oh my gosh, I am so struggling. I have no motivation, you guys. I need motivation. Is there something that a quick tip that you can quickly write here and now help Susie get motivated? Maybe there's a book that you could recommend. Maybe there's a YouTube motivation video or speech or training or something like that. Maybe there's something that you, or just even a quick, nice, like a quote, one of your favorite quotes that helps you get motivated. Is there something that you can serve her in right now? You don't need to sell her on anything to help serve her. Add value, see the needs and add value to people on a regular basis. And then Susie, most likely, when she's like ready to do the thing, when she's ready to sign up, when she's ready to hit play and she's like over it and she's hit her limit of being overweight and she's like, I'm freaking done, this is changing now. Guess what? She'll come to you like, hey, Melanie, about that, don't you run like a challenge group or something, or don't you teach a course on, finances, or don't you do something like that? Then you have the opening. They're actually coming to you because you have led with value. You have seen and sought out a need and you have filled it authentically and professionally with having the heart to serve. Okay, and that's really what our goal is here. That's what social media is all about. Yes, you can ask. Yes, you can invite. Yes, you can do all that, but you better be giving full out value first and foremost and having the heart to really be professional and come forth as an expert. One of the things I like to tell myself and what I like to keep in front of me is 5 million mindset. So if someone makes $5 million, how do they think? How are they approaching social media? Because if you make $5 million a year, you're not groveling for every Tom, Dick, and Harry to join your business. You're not groveling for every Tom, Dick, and Harry to join your training. You're not sweating if like only 2 people show up. You don't give a shit. You know what you're doing. You know that you know. And if people don't get it yet, at some point they will, because you're already at $5 million, man. You have nothing to prove. Own what you know, own your value. If you're new, own that and start where you are. Come across authentic. Be you. Everyone else is already taken. Be authentic, be you, be real. It'll be absolutely refreshing. There's already enough cookie cutters out there that are doing the same old, same old. They all look the same. They all sound the same, and nobody's interested. It's white frickin' noise, you guys. So be you. If you're funny, be funny. If you're serious, be serious. If you're nerdy, be nerdy. If you're silly, be silly. Bring you to the table because that is what is going to set you apart. Put your head down, go to work, and freaking get off social media. Get off social media. Set your timer if you have to. Go in, post, engage, add value, and get the hell out. All right, this is Jamie Shepley. I hope that you understood and hope that you got and it full-heartedly hit you to where it is going to help you engage. It is going to increase your sales. It is going to increase your knowledge. It is going to increase your ability to touch base with people on a heart-to-heart connection on social media. Thank you for joining the Social Media Gangsta. I invite you to the rest of our courses if you guys need help in any other way as far as actually turning those things into sales. If you're struggling with your own mindset, 100% invite you to join our Total Reset. It is our most popular course ever. It will be 30 days in a Facebook group where we will hone in, tailor it to you and your needs, and get everything that you need, get behind the why of what you do. Why do you eat the salad instead of those damn Oreo cookies, right? Why do you choose to go for a run instead of sit on that couch and watch Grey's Anatomy? Why are you doing the things that you're doing so that we can lift the hood and get you the results that you want? I invite you, I encourage you, I love spending time with you. I hope that this helped you, and I hope to see you on the other side. I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.